Is Stroud officially at the MVP table?
What he's doing is remarkable, and we can see him making other people better.
I was wrong, because he's leading the MVP race after this weekend.
I think it's CJ Stroud.
I want to apologize to CJ Stroud.
You're doing something really special.
I told you last week that CJ Stroud needed to be in the MVP conversation.
The QB that everyone thought couldn't handle the pressure just proved everyone wrong. He's on pace for 5,400 passing yards and 30 touchdowns as a rookie. And the man's big-time throw rate in recent weeks has also skyrocketed. And on top of that, he's taking leaps and getting better, and he's seriously outplaying top 5 QBs in the NFL. It's time we say it. CJ Stroud deserves MVP. Let's dive into it. Most obviously, it starts with this past 2 games against the Buccaneers and the Bengals, where he was absolutely balling out, putting up 4 big-time throws against the Bucs, and against the Bengals, another 4 big-time throws. Both games were truly incredible. And it's not just having those big-time throws, but in the comeback he did in both of those games in different ways against good defenses. Against the Buccaneers, Stroud led the offense all the way down the field, and on that final drive, he single-handedly won the game for them. And it's on this drive that he had 2 incredible throws that we will start with first. For this play here, this seems to be a variation of Tampa 2 by the Bucs defense. You'll see Tank Dell running a corner route, but he's not the first read. Stroud looks at the defense first, looks to his right, and then back to the left before ripping a beautiful ball in the hole to Dell. Now you gotta keep in mind, this game is on the line, and everything is being put on Stroud's shoulders, which is normal for a veteran, but for a rookie, it's unheard of. This next play is for the win. Stroud's going to progress through his reads swiftly, checking left, middle, and then back right before firing another great ball to Dell again. Right in between the 2 deep zone defenders. Game over. Texans win. I think it's really impressive that he has such a good head on his shoulders because he's always calm. He's always poised. When the Texans have needed him to pull through, he really has. It's surprising because most rookies just don't pull through. They make a critical mistake in that comeback moment. And that's really not even bad because they are a rookie and that's what's expected of them. And Stroud is completely going above and beyond that expectation. You know, and he's not just pulling through once, but several times. It isn't luck. And it's not the scheme. And it's not some broken coverage. Like, he is delivering really spectacular passes. He's being the most valuable player on the field. What really demonstrates that, in my eyes, is when they faced the Bengals this past Sunday, where Stroud played really good. And besides a bad interception, which should have shaken him and thrown him off his game, but guess what? It didn't. While all he needed was to take the Texans down the field into a manageable field goal range, Stroud made a big-time throw and held his confidence. And we'll start with where he screwed up. For the interception, I don't even think it's that bad of a decision. Really, from that angle, it looked like he just threw a really bad ball. Like, it was far too inside. The receiver was getting open, and there's justification for throwing that because of that separation between the defender. It's just bad ball placement, and kind of looks like funky mechanics as well. Maybe it's just the angle, but that's just my thoughts on it. Now, for the big time throw to put the Texans in a good position to try for a field goal, the Bengals are showing cover 0 pre-snap. And at the snap, you'll see 23 run back up to the safety spot to show cover 3. Now, Stroud identifies the change in the coverage, goes to his first read, and seemingly going back to his second read, and loads a great seam ball to Schultz. That really sets up the Texans well with plenty of time for that walk-off field goal. In short, he absolutely rebounded, and he showed poise, and his confidence was not shaken whatsoever, which leads me to say he deserves him. Because if it was anyone else walking out there besides maybe Burrow, Allen, or maybe Mahomes, I don't think they're getting it done. Funny enough, me and my girlfriend actually went to the Bengals game to watch Stroud and Burrow duel it out. And it was incredible to watch both these guys, future Hall of Fame QBs, despite the cost, which leads me to say, thanks for making this part of the video. Hope you're enjoying it. And if you stay to the end of the video, we still have some juicy bits you want to hear into why Stroud is MVP. So, the growth we are seeing in Stroud is spectacular. And throughout the first half of the season, Stroud has been gifted a plethora of first read throws by the offensive scheme. And that's not a bad thing. It's great. It's amazing. And that's what you want for your rookie QB. But that doesn't exactly show that he can progress with the reads well. Because when we're talking MVP, elite QBs, that's what they can do. In addition, when the coverage is really good and you got these DNs coming at you, what is he going to do? Put the ball in a tight location, maneuver the pocket, reset, throw, or do what bad QBs do? Make a bad throw, take a sack, fumble, interception like most rookies. Well, Stroud has demonstrated that he can very well move swiftly through the reads and show off his it factor. Look at this play of Stroud extending the play multiple times. The cover looks to be a variant of cover 3, and it's going to be play action. But the problem is, we got Henderson already coming off this block and redlining to Stroud. Stroud now steps up, looks to scramble left. Then he has another 2 D linemen coming his way. So he pivots again, sprinting right, and corks an insane ball by sprinting, mind you. That's hard to do. To Brown, who's sitting in a pocket in open space. And it's remarkable because you don't see quick progress in QBs at this rate Stroud is at. Most QBs, let aside rookies, but even seasoned veterans coming off good stretches of play, have a brick wall appear out of nowhere, taking away all the answers. And when that has happened, Stroud has risen above that. Take away his first reads, go to the next read, go to the third read, the fourth read. Cover everyone really well, no problem. Who put the ball in an improbable location? And we haven't even discussed how bad the run game has been in Houston. With the caveat being it was good basically only during this past game against the Bengals. In every other game, it was absolute trash, despite facing teams that are porous against run defenses and from how well they're passing the ball at all levels against any secondary, which would kill some offenses. I mean, look at the Matthew Stafford lines back in the day. The Dolphins and the 49ers right now, their offensive production has gone down the toilet when their run game has not been working. And again, CJ Stroud is a rookie, and he has been overcoming this. Even if his supporting cast is surprisingly good and a good scheme, less coaches behind him, we have to give him credit where it's due. And now, unfortunately, QBs are often put into MVP conversations based off of their statistical production and wins rather than their individual performance. Luckily for Stroud, the production is there, and he has been throwing some tutties. He's also been backing it up with his big time throws, which is a QB driven stat, I guess. And his individual performance and leaps and growth has been outstanding. So yeah, there you have it. CJ Stroud deserves MVP. With it being his first year as a rookie, and his game leveling up as time goes on, he should be in that conversation.